This transcript presents a powerful and distressing narrative about marital rape, framed within a Pakistani sociocultural and religious context. It blends a personal story, shifa and refa, with expert commentary, religious interpretation, and legal analysis to argue against sexual violence within marriage. Here is a breakdown of the key themes and arguments. Core argument. The video challenges the normalization of non-consensual and violent sexual acts within marriage, defining them as marital rape. It argues this is both a violation of Islamic principles and Pakistani law. Main points. Prevalence and silence. Highlights the alarming statistic that 34% of wives face sexual torture, yet most suffer in silence due to fear, lack of awareness, family pressure, and concerns for children. Definition and dynamics. Defines marital rape as any sexual act without consent, including coercion through religious guilt, for example, angels will curse you, threats, or physical force. It details how it often escalates from refusal of unnatural acts, oral anal sex, to physical violence and psychological torture. Religious misinterpretation. Directly confronts the misuse of religion to justify abuse. Key arguments include the Prophet saying cursing those who engage in anal intercourse. Islam emphasizes companionship, mercy, and being the best to one's wife, not domination. The concept of mutual rights and responsibilities. Criticizing husbands who demand rights without fulfilling their own, financial, emotional, domestic support. Clarifies that while fulfilling a spouse's needs is important, it cannot override consent and humanity. Root causes. Lack of sex education. Pornography becomes the default education, creating unrealistic, violent, and performative expectations that men try to enact on their wives. Porn addiction. Presented as a serious, dopamine-driven addiction affecting even religious individuals, Hafiz-e-Quran, distorting sexual behavior. Toxic social mindset. The objectification of women, viewing them as property, that thing is mine, and the societal pressure to keep bedroom matters secret. Flawed marriage motivations. Marrying to fix an irresponsible, angry, or addicted son, thereby ruining a woman's life. Legal context. Traces the evolution of Pakistani law, Zina Act 1979, Protection of Women Act 2006, amendments in 2016-2021, to show that rape laws now use the gender-neutral word person, which can technically include a wife. It cites a 2024 conviction for marital sodomy as a precedent. Psychological and physical harm. Describes the severe physical injuries, tearing, infections, hemorrhoids, and psychological damage, low self-esteem, broken trust, trauma suffered by victims. Call to action and solutions. For women. To recognize abuse, understand their rights, and seek help through family, elders, or the courts if forced. For society, to prioritize consent in all matters, break the silence, and provide sex education. For couples, to seek premarital therapy, keep their intimate life private, avoiding comparisons, and build a relationship based on companionship, not domination. For husbands, to exercise patience, care for their wife's well-being, and understand that no means no. Rhetorical style. The host, Razabai, uses a direct, conversational, and sometimes provocative tone. My words must be looking bad. Pause the video if you want. He employs metaphors, the husband as a wolf, analogies, addiction to drugs versus porn, and stark contrasts, public piety versus private brutality, to drive his points home. Conclusion. The video is a bold attempt to spark conversation on a deeply taboo subject. It reframes marital rape not as a Western concept, but as a violation of fundamental Islamic ethics and human rights, urging legal, social, and religious reform to protect women within marriage. The final plea is to save the relations of your friends by sharing this knowledge.